Alright, Tech Specialist, Anti-Interference. I could be looking at those, but I'd definitely go for the Tech Specialist. I think Anti-Interference is only worth it if you were to, like, focus on leaving this side alone. So I decide to take the Tech Specialist because I've invested into this. I definitely need more damage, so I decide to take the Double Shot. Should help a lot against this Fortress level 2 with heavy armor. He's getting Mustang production. Now it's level 3 with heavy armor. Yeah, it's pushing 330,000 health. So this thing with about 42,500 damage per salvo is going to have to shoot it like 7 times. I do, however, have a second Scorpion here. So it's going to be significantly less. He's dropping the Wasps here. He could probably have put them in any of these positions and distracted the Typhoons, but they would have gotten shredded fairly quickly, I bet. I'm putting the fire into the middle here, because I'm thinking about just erasing his Stormcaller artillery on this side. Are these Stormcallers new? No, they are not. I could have also put it like here and maybe gotten some more chaff. I'm getting Mechanical Rage on my Crawlers. I don't exactly remember why I did that. Anyway, fire definitely going to town here. Taking out a lot of stuff. Typhoon still locked onto the big fat fortress, at least one of them. However, now I should have more DPS to back it up. But I don't, because I still lose the chaff war. Yep. So now there's nothing left that can kill this fortress. Instead, the fortress kills everything. And my opponent pushes through with an absolute mass of units. None of these are particularly good against the Scorpion, but it's under a tower... well, now it's tower debuff against tower debuff. And the Scorpion does get a couple more units down, but really not worth mentioning, all things considered. If it had range, it would have been much better. And I go down to 323 health. There is a Sabertooth offered here, but I tested this previously. Sabertooth is not good against Fortress. At least without upgrades. Maybe with Double Shot it starts getting better. With Double Shot or... what's the other one? Mech Rage, I think. Instead, I'm deciding to say, you know what? Let's go for Explosive Rhinos, because that's all I can really think of. Explosive Rhinos and more levels on the Typhoons and the Scorpions. So I hit that button. I drop some more Rhinos, trying to get these Steel Balls out. And of course, they are also absolutely amazing against replicating crawlers. My opponent is apparently trying to go into Sabertooths with range. They will severely outrange my units and should be maybe good artillery. I decide to go into the missiles because I have so many Typhoons out. I don't have range on the Scorpions yet. So now this is getting shredded. Like, this Rhino was definitely punching hard. It blasts the fortress apart. Now my Typhoons are free to get clearing some chaff. And that means that my Scorpions are going to be doing much more better. You're like, look, this fortress just got absolutely erased from existence. The tanks in the rear are definitely shelling away. This tank has done 120,000 and change. It's getting destroyed now because the double shot Scorpion is still shredding it. But it did absolutely take down most of its health, I think. This time around, however, I simply have too many Scorpions. They were pushing through. I still have enough Stormcallers to contest his Stormcallers. And I'm getting it both towers, so now these Stormcallers are just nerfed until the end of the round. And the Scorpions can endure that, even though they're leveled Stormcallers. Now that I barely won the round, thanks to the Rhinos, they basically set a chain in motion that simply led to me winning the turn. I go into Giant Hunter, my opponent goes into Fire. Now this Rhino was absolutely worth it, like 100%. He's trying to get all of my chaff dead. I'm leveling these units. And this time I want to see a bit more what the missiles actually do. how much they are actively contributing to the fight. Like, they are doing some decent damage at level 3. They are basically doing 2000 damage. How many missiles is it? It is 4 every 8 seconds. So he's getting shield. Definitely a good choice. If I were to fire, I would be firing into a board full of shields already. Then again, I had always gone for the backlines in this game, I think, with my fire. I sold one of these rhinos here. I don't think it would have gotten a lot of value. These crawlers here, I'm not sure if they are new, but they are definitely shielding my rhino from other stuff. And I'm just continuing with Typhoon-Scorpion at this point. I'm dropping some more Typhoons to help clear chaff. I'm getting the oil. That was a last second reaction and a very bad one at that. Shields instantly get erased. On this side at least. He did, however, go for EMP on the Stormcaller, so this rhino is not getting anything done really. Fire, and this is exactly what I was talking about with Mustang Scorpion. If I had Mustangs in this fight instead of the Typhoons, it would have absolutely been shredded. Like, I would have no more chaff clear here. Not even remotely. I still don't have much chaff clear, but that is mostly because the rhino didn't do as much in this turn as it was doing in the last turn. Like, this thing is still alive. It's finally going down. I am getting some money. In the end, I'm kind of stuck on my own oil here. I really think that was a bad panic oil. However, this Scorpion is actually not bad. It is definitely taking care of everything. And the Typhoon missiles have the same range as Stormcaller missiles. So they can actually be good against Stormcallers in this way when the round is coming to a close. Now, I gained a lot of money with Giant Hunter, if I'm not mistaken, and here is some more chance to invest money. Senior Defense, another one, or Range Specialist. I'm picking the Range here. I already have Senior Defense, and my opponent also picks Range. I think it does not affect combat attacks like these. Now, since he has EMP, I don't want to click the EMP button on the rhinos. Instead, I decide to go into Overlords and just EMP here. I sold something, but I'm not sure what I sold actually. Maybe it was some chat. Oh, no, it was the other rhino. Okay. He is getting some melters. Is there anything else that is significant for the moment? I don't think there's anything particularly new. He invested everything into melters with range. I'm investing everything into Overlords with Photon. Because that is just, like, for real. I think Overlords with Photon in this board actually absolutely worth it. And then I'm spreading them out simply so that I can Photon my entire strike force. Photon is no longer as good, but it's actually better against EMP because it lasts longer. At least that is what I'm being told, that it's no longer as good. Now shield goes down and this thing instantly loses like 30% of its health from the explosion. I have the chaff clear. I have some more firepower with the Overlords, although it's really been nerfed a lot as well. Though in this case, deservedly nerfed. The tank is just getting annihilated by the level 6 double shot range Scorpion. Oil still hurting me more than my opponent. Absolute mispick. The Overlords are getting destroyed, but the Scorpions are just taking care. Yeah. It's just that Scorpions into the right board when you have enough chaff clear will dominate. They will absolutely dominate. And it ends up being quite a win for me. And we are now actually on round 11. If you can believe it. So finally, Electromagnetic Blast. Better for me than for my opponent. I think my opponent completely forgot that I have Photon. I have the ability to basically instantly crack those barriers. So, unless he also gets Photon Overlords, he cannot rely on these fortress barriers to protect anything, really. I'm just dumping it down in the middle here, trying to Photon everything. I'm leveling these units. Like, look, they are getting, this is 60,000, this is 70,000, another 60,000, they only have 25,000. I'm getting my temp upgrades and everything. My opponent is apparently going more into melters. It's just that the Typhoon-Scorpion combination is absolutely up and running. I don't expect this to be super insanely amazing, but I think it's definitely worth looking at. I'm getting more of the same. EMP is really not going to hurt me much. It's simply that I have the photon power. He's putting the wasps here, but the typhoons can take care of that. Yeah, he's repositioning this. I think he really didn't really think about the photon. He must have completely forgotten. Now I can drop the fire straight on here. Why? Because boop boop, shields down. Everything lands. And that is basically it for the game. Like, you can look at it. This thing, it's a level 4 fortress, and the Scorpions just pop it. Maybe that's the reason why they are continuing to nerf Scorpions. When they really get going, there is nothing on the ground that survives against them. Like, for real. They will kill absolutely everything that is not chaff, basically. And my units just push through, and it's completely ugly for my opponent. Oh, how the game turned around. But that was Typhoon-Scorpion in action. I think I pulled off an actual unit composition with one of these rare units. Let's just view the battlefield, see what my units got done. So let's look at his units as well. I think these tanks, the Sabertooths, were absolutely countered by the Scorpions. Once they got range and once again outranged the Sabertooths, they already had double shot, so basically the tanks were just getting shredded. This was not the board to build tanks into once the Scorpions came out. I think he should have sold this tank and gotten whatever else he needs to get. Maybe Photon in the last round would have done a whole lot. But to be fair, I think my unit composition was rolling. Like, look at these Typhoons. Almost getting 150,000 damage in this turn alone. Over the course of the battle, almost 675,000. This Scorpion was ally number 1 with over 275,000 damage just in this one turn. And 1.4 million damage in the entire game. Yeah, it was shooting into a level 4 fortress with heavy armor. So, yeah. But also the other units here. Like, they have decent damage. This almost 200,000 as well. Scorpions definitely shredding, and the Typhoons definitely shredding the chaff. And with Mech Rage here, it's getting better. With Double Shot, it's just insane DPS. That is a level 7 Scorpion. It was not getting as much as the level 6 one, but the level 6 one just had better targets, in my opinion. This was a level 7 Scorpion. It does almost 90,000 damage twice. Like, what on the ground can survive against this? There's nothing on the ground that can survive against this. Maybe the only unit that can eventually beat it is, like, a level 9, what's it called? Elite Marksman Fortress? But big chance getting that. I think level 4 Fortress is already insanely rare to see. Yeah, in the end, what I also really like about Scorpions is that they can just crack the barriers. You put double shot and range on these, and they will just destroy barriers at the front so you can drop your combat power straight into your opponent's army, and there's nothing they can really do against it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this game, and until next time.